The rush is on as the holiday shopping season revs up. Some of the stores offering Black Friday discounts are already open, and we're taking you there live. Community business leaders are asking all of us to buy our gifts here. It will not only help our economy, but reduce our taxes. And if buying a home is on your list of things to do in the near future, you've got a few more months to take advantage of the tax credit. These stories and much more on Country Morning today, starting right now.
Live from NBC North Dakota News, welcome to Country Morning Today with anchors Marilyn Mitzel and Kevin Gribble, reporter Ashley Kamenker, and weather with Cliff Naylor. This is NBC North Dakota News, your news leader.
Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, November 27th. I'm Marilyn Mitzel. Kevin Gribble is off today. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. It is just the beginning of our holiday weekend. And Cliff, everyone wants to know what the rest of it is going to be like.
Well, today is going to be even nicer than tomorrow. Not quite as nice for the weekend. Your weather headlines for the day after Thanksgiving, mostly sunny and mild. Highs in the low 50s, upper 50s to around 60 for folks in eastern Montana, and west winds of 5 to 10 miles an hour. Won't have any trouble getting to the shopping malls or the stores today, and probably just a light jacket or maybe even no jacket at all by this afternoon. Look at the temperatures that we're waking up to, and these are the temperatures folks were standing in line with to get those good shopping deals. 40 degrees right now in Minot, 23 in Bismarck, 22 in Jamestown. Dickinson reporting 37, it's 33 in Williston. Fargo is at 29, 41 degrees right now in Buffalo. Keep in mind, folks, around 30 to 33 are typical daytime highs for this time of year, and that's what we're seeing for the most part, with the exception of south central North Dakota right now, and it's only going to get warmer as the day progresses.
It's been a long time since we've seen warm temps like this in November, hasn't it?
Yes, all month long we've seen it.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Cliff. Well, it is Black Friday, and everyone's pretty much got shopping on their minds, whether they're going or not. They know about it, and Bismarck, some stores are already open, hoping to cash in, and one of those is Target, and that's where we find Marie Arceo this morning. Marie, I dressed in honor of Black Friday. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm all in black, or else, I don't know, maybe Johnny Cash is channeling through me, I don't know. But anyway, how's it going out there this morning? The crowd's rushing in as they are hoping for?
Absolutely, Marilyn. Good morning. You know, the shoppers started lining up at midnight. I caught up with a group of women who actually camped out all night long, so you know, time is not a factor for these shoppers. Anyways, I wanted to share some Black Friday numbers with you. Now, the National Retail Federation did a preliminary survey, and they said that 134 million shoppers will be out this year, and that's compared to 128 million last year. So that number is up, but here's what's interesting. In another survey that they did, they said that shoppers are expected to spend an average of $682.74, and that number is down 3.2% from last year. So while there's going to be more shoppers out here, they're looking for some good deals and are spending less this year. Now, some of the biggest attractions on Black Friday, of course, are the discount and department stores, and that's followed by electronic stores, clothing stores, and even the grocery stores are expected to be busy this weekend, so lots to expect if you want to come out. And Marilyn, I had some interesting numbers here. Just to let you know, 1/10 of shoppers head out between midnight and 3 a.m., and more than a fourth show up between 4 and 6 a.m. So again, as I mentioned, time is not a factor for these shoppers who are looking for some good deals, and those numbers are according to the National Retail Federation, Maryland. So if you want to head out here, you got to be prepared. I know they said to make your list, check online websites to make sure that the stores have what you're looking for, so you can be prepared to fill up those shopping carts.
What time did they open there this morning?
What was that?
What time did they open there this morning?
You know, the Target here opened at 5 a.m. and I actually stood here as they opened the doors, and I have to say, at least by my unofficial count, the first 50 people sprinted in here running, you know, for DVDs is what I was told, electronics, which are always pretty popular.
About how many people do you think were standing in line? An estimate?
Oh, wow. You know, the line wrapped around the building, I'm guessing hundreds. absolutely hundreds. So, and it's to no one's surprise. It's the busiest shopping weekend of the year. So, and Target here, they have security, they have all the staff here. They had a meeting here before the doors open. So everyone's pretty well prepared.
Did you get a chance to talk to any of the shoppers? What is their mood? What they're talking about? Are they going to stay within budgets? Are they keeping it tight?
You know, I didn't really, the shoppers here, it's funny because somebody actually told me that shoppers will go out for good deals, and they're looking for DVDs, they're looking for electronics, so I'm guessing just with the good deals, you know, they'll spend as much as they need to. I mean, it's a big weekend.
And they do have honest-to-goodness good deals, yes?
Yes. I told Ashley earlier this morning I'm actually next to the women's section, and within the first 10 minutes, we were looking at empty racks. First 10 minutes, so shoppers are on the prowl.
All right, well, thanks, Marie. We're going to check back in with you during the next half hour of our show to see how it's progressing there.
Absolutely. Thanks, Marilyn.
All right. Well, when shopping this year, area businesses ask that we buy from our own local stores. That not only helps our economy, but it keeps our property taxes down. Communities rely on the money raised from sales tax to help offset property taxes and pay for other projects like roads in the community. Also, keep in mind, if you shop online from a company based outside our area, the city doesn't get any sales tax. If sales tax revenues drop significantly in our cities, property taxes might have to be raised, or the budget and projects would have to be cut.
Those businesses are what create jobs here, and so there's a very positive economic impact from that, as well as they're very often the ones that are supporting our hometown athletics, community events, all kinds of charitable organizations within our communities.
And if you can't shop locally, at least try to shop within North Dakota so the state benefits as a whole. Well, this is the 9th Thanksgiving our U.S. servicemen and women have had to spend in Afghanistan for several times. But each year, a lot of people go out of their way to try and make it special. Jim Maceda shows us how.
From the turkey trot to the turkey lunch. U.S. forces have been in Afghanistan for so long that Thanksgiving has become its own tradition here, with the promise of a break from the daily grind.
The feast is outstanding.
And friends to share in the fun.
These are my brothers. They are.
Here at Camp Eggers, home to some 1,400 U.S. troops in the heart of Kabul, officers make a point to serve a mighty meal with all the trimmings to their own subordinates.
How about some sweet potatoes?
Their way, they say, of giving back. Hundreds gathered at a non-denominational church service. Thoughts turn to family and to brothers in arms who, even today, are under fire.
Keep foremost in mind, obviously, our family and loved ones at home, keeping them in our thoughts and prayers, but also those from all the coalition forces.
Meanwhile, Staff Sergeant Byron Curtis mans his own kind of front line. The man in charge of Camp Eggers Mail, this is his second Thanksgiving holiday rush. Tons of care packages and letters from families or total strangers. Curtis takes no prisoners.
You don't need to go to the gym, do you?
No, this is a good workout. When I'm finished, I'm really, this is a good workout. Plus, you're making people happy. That's the bottom line.
But the festivities don't linger. This is a war zone, and everyone is on the clock.
It's an everyday thing, Thanksgiving, Christmas, no matter what holiday it is, we still do our job.
But hopefully today, with a good traditional morale boost.
I'm Jim Maceda, NBC News, reporting with U.S. troops in the heart of Kabul.
A lot of North Dakota families have loved ones in the service station there, so I'm sure it is nice to know that they're getting special treatment. And speaking of special, our weather certainly is that, is it not, Cliff?
Yes. Normally we'd be up around 30 to 33 degrees for daytime highs for today, and we're already above that in many areas, and that was the case yesterday as well. Jet stream still elevated way to the north for one more day, allowing this mild air to move on in. But by next week, big changes occurring. We're going to be heading back with a more normal weather pattern for early December. That means the jet stream way to the south and colder air is moving on in. How cold? Well, by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, our daytime highs will be similar to the overnight lows that we're seeing today. But not for today, as temperatures are already, well, these are just updated for you. 41 now in Minot. They were at 40 last hour. 24 in Bismarck, 36 in Dickinson and 34 in Williston. It's 27 in Grand Forks and in Devils Lake. 42 in Buffalo. 42 right now.
This is amazing. Okay, thanks, Cliff. Still ahead on CMT, it's never easy finding the perfect gift for loved ones, and oftentimes it's not even something they want. So we're going to show you gifts not to give. Stupid gift ideas just ahead.
Was worth $1,000 instead. Bismarck police say an employee found the camera bag that had been left in the restaurant overnight Saturday night. Instead of a camera, the bag contained about 11 grams of methamphetamine. Police say the street value of the drug is about $1,000. A truck that was stolen from the 3400 block of Chevelle Circle in Bismarck ended up crashing into a pole outside of Bismarck High School. Police say someone stole the 1998 Chevy Silverado and then drove it into a metal pole that contained the controls for the handicapped entrance to the high school. A witness saw a shorter white male with an athletic build wearing a baseball hat, gray sweatshirt, and blue jeans leave the scene of the accident, but police could not find anyone in the area that matched that description. There was $5,000 in damage done to the truck and another $1,000 to the pole. It happened early Saturday morning. 3 small children were treated for smoke inhalation after a stove caught fire in the kitchen. The Burleigh County Sheriff's Department says a 22-year-old woman had started cooking something on the electric stove, then walked outside to talk to somebody else. About 10 or 15 minutes later, she and her husband could smell smoke coming from the house. A 2-year-old and 3-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy were inside the home at the time. The 37-year-old man managed to get back inside the house despite overpowering black smoke and bring the 3 kids to safety. It happened Friday afternoon at the 1600 block of 112th Street Northeast. Marilyn, back to you.
All right, thanks, Rita, for that report. There's good economic news this afternoon. Economists are expecting home sales for October to jump 1.4%. That is the highest level in more than 2 years as home buyers scramble to take advantage of the extended tax credit. Some predict the new deadline will mean more spring home sales. Some also forecast home prices to hit a new low next spring, perhaps another 5 to 10% due to more foreclosures. For the first time in a decade, more people paid their credit card bills on time during the third quarter of this year than the second. The 6% drop is significant, not just for its size, but also timing, since delinquency rates usually rise in the third quarter. Experts say it indicates consumers are getting better at handling their debt. Credit card delinquencies were highest in Nevada and lowest in North and South Dakota. And this comes on the heels of another report that says people will be spending a tad more this holiday season than last. Meantime, AAA says Thanksgiving travel is expected to drop in the Dakotas by nearly 3%. That's better than last year when it was down 25%. And if you are traveling the roads this holiday weekend, you should be in good shape. Cliff Naylor is standing by with our first look at the weather and our holiday weather, too.
Yes, we're looking at dry, mild weather all the way through the weekend, and no major storms developing, at least for our neck of the woods. We've seen a little bit of rain this morning in Fargo. In fact, up to a 1/4 inch of rain. Here's our weather in motion showing you that, according to this weather model, by 5 p.m. we're still going to be seeing those light rain showers in eastern North Dakota. They continue to push north and east at about 10 p.m. tonight. Overnight, clear skies to begin with, and then clouding up again tomorrow. Here's a look at current Titan sweep radar showing you those showers from Cooperstown on into Fargo and Detroit Lakes, and a little wider perspective shows you that east of Jamestown we basically have cloudy skies and no precip.
Okay, thanks a lot, Cliff. Well, Bismarck Public Schools will test its new emergency phone notification system today around 3:30 p.m. If you have children in the Bismarck Public School system and they have your work number listed as a place to contact, expect your phone to ring. The convenience of the Alert Now system is that it will only call one number one time. If multiple employees put down the same work number, that phone will only ring once. They ask people to please let parents know if a call has come in that affects their children. Alert Now will be used only for emergencies. With the health care reform bill now going to the floor for debate, the real fight is just beginning, and Brooke Hart shows us what's next.
Whether we should proceed.
In the end, Democrats fell in line to keep the reform plan alive. But for how long?
The yeas are 60, the nays are 39.
Some cast yes votes to make sure the measure gets changed.
I will not vote in favor of the proposal that has been introduced by Leader Reed as it is written.
The plan extends coverage to some 30 million Americans.
Did you have any pain down your arm or up your neck?
It bars insurers from denying coverage for pre-existing conditions. Republicans argue the overhaul reaches too far.
We don't have to tear down our whole system.
It's the divide among Democrats that could doom the plan.
If there are a whole host of other items that are the same as they are right now, I wouldn't vote to get it off the floor.
Chief among them is the public option.
You said you would not vote for it as a matter of conscience, that you would even filibuster it if that stays in there. Still the case?
Right. Other splits remain on abortion in a system involving public funds and on new taxes on high-end health plans some unions have bargained for. A tightrope for top Democrats.
We're going to get health care reform.
Who want agreement by Christmas.
And that debate is expected to begin right after the Thanksgiving holiday on Monday. Hundreds of people gathered in the Grand Forks Armory complex yesterday afternoon to say goodbye to North Dakota National Guard soldiers heading overseas. About 70 soldiers from the National Guard's 1st Battalion, 188th Air Defense Artillery Area are headed to Iraq and Afghanistan. Kristen Helgeson reports.
The march for the war on terror has been a difficult one for thousands of soldiers.
And they are doing an absolutely incredible job.
They put everything in their lives on the line to fight for our country.
There is no higher calling than to protect your country and protect your families and protect the freedoms we hold dear.
They're cheered on by their families, friends, and leaders. But with each deployment, for many soldiers like Nathan Johnson, the stakes get higher.
The hardest part is leaving family, friends.
This is Nathan's second deployment.
Last time we were just dating.
He and his wife, Christina, now have a 1-year-old son and another baby on the way.
It's hard to fathom what she'll be going through.
Nathan might be leaving, but the Johnsons know Christina can count on her own crew of soldiers to be there with her while he's away.
Guys who were with me on the last mission to Afghanistan, they're in Bismarck, and they're going to mow the lawn and blow the snow, and it's family.
We have a lot of support, so I know it'll make it a lot easier for me.
Their extended adopted family of soldiers will help both of them fight through the time they can't be together, along with their individual courage.
I consider myself to be kind of a soldier in the fact that you really have to be strong.
They have a long road ahead of them.
Do the great job we know that you'll do, and then come on back to us.
Though they haven't left yet, many are already awaiting their safe return.
And 65 of those soldiers are heading to Afghanistan, while 8 are going to Iraq. Still ahead on the Noon Report, buying beef is considered a luxury for many families these days, so sales are down, and now the American beef industry is going overseas to move their product.
Cloudy and temperatures near 40 degrees. We won't see 50 degrees today, but 40s are definitely a possibility. We'll talk about our cool down next.